Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the QUEENSLAND Sport Channel. We are here, State of Origin, Game 2. It's taking place from Optus Stadium in Perth, so it is neutral territory here for this matchup. Of course, the Queensland
home ground advantage.
Queensland going up in the first game up against New South Wales. We all bleed blue. Blood actually is blue in your blue veins, isn't it?
Suppose.
Yeah.
I guess.
Is that the one with or without oxygen?
No idea.
Okay.
You're the scientist. You tell us all about it.
I don't know about scientists, but we are ready to go. We have got the lineups in front of us. James Tedesco, he had a good game last week, or a few weeks ago, in fact, it was. Nathan Cleary, he was very quiet in the last matchup for New South Wales, so he'll be hoping to have a big game alongside Brian To'o and Jerome Luai, his Panthers teammates.
I'm looking forward to this, Hamish. Yeah, this is going to be huge.
This is one of those matchups these two sides are just going to bash each other.
Blues are going to be hurting so bad after last time. Defending champions. They thought they probably should have won it. I can see the intensity just going to whack here, basically. Be like old-time Origin, where everybody just bashes everybody.
And I mean, Optus Stadium, it's a great ground to be able to just go absolutely mental for it as well, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, they've got the... Oh, we've got the welcome to country. Okay, so even though they set it for 9:50 p.m. kickoff, there's a national anthem still to come as well. So it will be a little bit later on.
10.
We have got Heath Inns out. Also, we have got Paddy Wagon here. Amelia's here as well. Marco Vunipola, Rice. And also, we have got Aiden here as well. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hello, Dad. How are you? There's Paddy there.
That man's got no trends on, Hamish.
Hey, he doesn't, does he? Elder Richard Walliam. And there's that. Also, hope everyone has been well. And also, hey guys, who are you going for? Says Xavier. It's a good question.
I've got to stick with the Reds because Donna goes for the Blues. So we've had a 30-year rivalry on it, so I suppose I've got to stick with them.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Blues here because I want to see the decider at Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah, I actually think the Blues will get up in this, but it'd be huge if it goes to 3. So.
Just looking through at the lineup for the Maroons, Cameron Munster last time was absolutely incredible for them. Kalen Ponga as well, Dane Gagai. This is a great backline.
You think Gagai will score another try?
Don't know. He might be close.
He's popping up in the right places. He's getting one a game at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Munster deserves a try after the performance he had last week. I keep on saying last week. It was a little while ago.
Last Origin. We'll call it last Origin.
And also put 50 on Queensland, says Aiden. And also we have got there, hey, Hamish, how are you doing? We finally meet your dad? He has actually done a solo or a duo live stream with my mum before for rugby, fun fact. But he is now here. We've also done our cricket a bit recently, but this is his debut on the QUEENSLAND Sport Channel.
Oh, debut. Debutant. Any debutants in this today?
Yes, there is indeed. That was a perfect segue. If only I remember who was on
that's
debut.
Why you brought me in, wasn't it?
It was. Who was on debut? Jordan McLean, maybe? He's a reserve, so maybe not him. Someone was on debut for the Blues, but I can't quite remember who it was. And you guys
have made a few changes, didn't they?
We've got the ins and outs there.
Is Coach Fiddler panicking a wee bit, or?
Oh, he's got rid of Ryan Madison, Tariq Sims, Campbell Gillard, Staggs, and also Whiten. So he's got rid of 5, brought in 5 new names. Jake Travojevic making his way into the side. And also another big one to watch out for probably, Matt Burton, he just loves running with the ball. And also go New South Wales, says Donny DB there. And also I'm playing on 80-minute sim. Munster right now says it was Amelia, and also Queensland will win. Says Heath there as well. And do you guys watch your Warriors game? We sat down together and watched one Warriors game, and they lost 70 points to 10. So we felt like maybe we're the unlucky charm here. So that is why we have decided since then maybe
we'll leave them to their own devices.
Yeah. Who knows? So maybe future live streams we might be able to do a couple for the Warriors perhaps. And RCG is out. Damn, says it was Heath there. RCG. I assume that is Regan Campbell Gillard. I think more than likely, but this is the man with the mullet whose name is extremely hard to say, Tino Fa'asua Malii. And now we're ready to go. State of Origin Game 2.
New South Wales kick off.
Taking it nicely deep. Queensland, they're going to chuck big Josh Papali'i. I mean, it's a pretty good man to have running the first ball forward, isn't it? State of Origin ball as well. It's got a bit of maroon on there. A little bit of maybe home field advantage just with the ball. And also the Australian national anthem, says Heath. Yeah, has to be done though, doesn't it? Fasuamala Ali, Awi, having that run. He's going to touch the ball a lot today because it's always the guys who you can't say that touch the ball the most.
Yep. The Blues are slowing this down a bit. Trying to hold him down for as long as possible on the tackle. It's his second hit up for the man with the funny
long name.
Hard name.
Good old Tino.
We'll call him Tino.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll go easy. First kick of the game.
Tell you what, he was flying through whoever that was. Was that? Okay, it wasn't Tedesco because he has now got the ball. What can the quick step and Roosters fullback do in this matchup?
Right. Reds are going to muscle up here.
They did allow them to make easy meters. Oh, that's a good shot. What you asked for.
Oh, he's letting him know too. That's the story.
That was Cameron Munster. And normally not the guy you would think of when you talk about big hits. Josh Papali'i probably more likely be that name. But great shot from Munster. And also random question about, do you think Jonah Lomu would have, or how do you think Jonah Lomu would have gone in league? I mean, it's an interesting one because, of course, back in the day, league was a little bit different to what it is now. So if we're talking about playing now, I mean, either way, he probably would have gone pretty well. But
he'd take a bit of stopping. He would have been similar style to sort of Mel Meninga, I'd be picking. Big size, good balance, hard to tackle.
Let's run forward once again for the Maroons. About 35 metres out at the moment. They are showing Kalen Ponga. Good run forward from Dane Gagai. Oh, it's starting to freeze a little bit. It should only do that for the first few minutes and then we'll be good to go, I would think.
Excellent.
Bit of a dummy run there. Hard in the tackle.
I wonder where we run out of the dummy half there.
Just testing the defence. Our back camera, Munster. Oh, he's lined up and charged down as well. It didn't sit up, though.
In the air.
He was hoping for it. Nathan Cleary. Munster cleans up, but it didn't quite react the way that Cleary needed it to be able to run it in for the first try of the match for New South Wales. 15 out now.
Found something here like a tennis ball. You need to be 8 feet tall to get that on the fly. Blues on attack.
Back across.
10 metres out.
Jake Travojevic, he'd love to have his brother Turbo Tom there on the side, but unfortunately due to injury, he is missing. Now Nathan Cleary. Now that is something we didn't see enough of last game.
Running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time it was the pass. Nice run forward once again here. It is going to be Big Payne Haas.
He's a big unit.
Man to stop now, firing it back. Cleary off to Luai, quick hands. It's going to be a bit loose. Brian To'o tries to clean it up, but that ball just wanted to go downhill and into touch there. And also good call, Amish, just add similar tree trunks to Big Mel's as well. And Big Mel, sorry.
Yeah.
And then how's it going, gents? Hope you're all as well. I'm good, says Nathan. So it is great to see you here once again. Do let me know who you think will be able to win this match. Nathan Cleary, that bounce of the ball was not the one that he was after.
If that set up nice, he was gone. Try time.
And then Brian To'o, he was just playing catch up with that ball. It just decided it's just not going to sit up for him.
Right.
Now Queensland, they've got this ball. 4 minutes into this game. It's going to be flying by this first half, I believe. That is going to be the big shot there.
Contact. Aye.
On a Fasuamala.
I can hear that from
here. That good old name. It's going to roll off the tongue soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Back, Jaley, Cherry Evans looking for the 40-20 early. Doesn't look like, this seems like it's a very bouncy track at the moment. Optus must be pretty hard, I guess, when it's that dry and Perth. All slipping over, though, James Tedesco. And it's an afternoon game over there as well, I believe. 4:57 currently and up to Queensland. There's Nathan there as well.
I think the ground's just too hard, I think. I don't think the spikes are going into it too much.
James Tedesco,
that's a great
though.
Run.
Run hard. Making a couple extra meters there. Tedesco is going to be lined up.
It could be still running.
By Fasuamala.
Tino.
One day. Tino. Good old Tino, eh? Right, It's frozen just for now, but what we can do is we can go like this, and that will sort us out as well. So Tedesco, in fact, it's not in Tedesco's hands.
Must have another player or he's passed it, one or the other.
There we go. Now it's Tedesco's run. We will skip forward once we have a stoppage in play, but it's a great run from James Tedesco as he flew up the middle and then he was tackled right. We will quickly go like this and we will go like this as well. I think it's because of everyone watching this game, perhaps, that it's just decided to kind of run out a little bit, but they are just showing that run again.
So that's 2 attacking runs in behind the ruck.
Okay, Queensland now in possession, 20 metres out, so it did end up, unfortunately, not quite going the way of New South Wales. The phases that they did put together, but now Cherry Evans passes off, of course.
Tino.
Nice run. It's one of those names that as soon as you get it right, it just will stick. But until you get it right, it's like Lester Whainanoku, isn't it? And now nice run. Beautifully done from Munster. Now Lincoln up on the outside. Tries the Superman, but I think he has gone into touch there.
Aye.
He's out of play. They're celebrating it for Cobbo.
He was Supermaning from 5 metres out. He was never, ever going to make that.
Munster once again. Attack and run. Goes through to the fence. And Gagai one more. That was never quite going to work out for him.
Aye.
Ended up getting taken away there. But their defence from the Blues looking a little bit shaky just in the early stages, but now they have got the ball back.
They just sat back and sort of watched him run across the field, basically, until he found someone to make a run.
18 degrees Celsius in Perth, always a little bit warmer there than any other part of Australia. Some people wouldn't even call it part of Australia, fun fact.
He nearly dropped that. Went for an offload, thought about it.
Now, that man had a very good game. I think that was Isaac Yeo, wasn't it?
Yes.
He actually played very well in the first match. Now, Jake Travojevic tries to sell the dummy.
Blues are getting good yardage here.
5th and final, but they would have made probably a good 40-plus metres, 57 metres there. Now it's gone high up, just out of the 10-metre line, slapped back nicely by the Blues. They've kept it alive, and now they look like they're going to be using that back line. Maybe does Tedesco go for the kick, or does he run? Oh, he slipped as well. Now that's going to be Yeo kicking it. That's not normally what you see, but he has kicked it into touch. And I was Irish, you're doing Blackouts versus England Day 4 live commentary now, says Cody. Not at this stage. We are going to be hopefully doing Day 5, though, as State of Origin was on. And it's a big occasion at the end of the day. Only 3 times a year we do get to see the State of Origin take place. And this matchup, it was definitely going to be a good one.
Yep.
Queensland now hanging on to this one. Some back short, Josh Papali'i with the carry. I actually think he looks a little bit like Marco.
Oh, he tried to hand it off. He tried to hand it off.
Now, was it?
Yeah, pushed it out the back.
Or did it work out?
Hit the Blues guy.
Is that now? Okay, no, it is still second. So I must not have quite hit the hand.
No.
Now around the side once again, the dummy run off to Munster. It's met hard by Nathan Cleary, though. We know how to shut him down. Still holding on to him.
We dance.
Yeah, long as he could. Now kicking it in behind once again, going early. So it seems like that is the tactic for Queensland. Try and play the position, or actually, sorry, play the territory game early on. Brian To'o takes it and he's dropped as well on the tackle. And a nice one by Lindsay Collins. Now the question is, has this been played at a quicker tempo than the first game at this point? Or has it been kind of a bit more of a methodical smash fest, I guess you could say? There's been bigger hits.
I think there's a bit more structure to this. Queensland have got a plan to kick it down deep early.
Oh, he doesn't look good. Nope.
A little bit shaky. And New South Wales, apart from those first couple of sets and that, when the intensity was really high in the tackles, New South Wales are getting some good yardage here.
Okay, they are just showing that guy who did get
that was going to be a big hit, but he missed on the way past.
The ball's been dropped. Now 50 metres out. It's a little bit scrappy. And it does now mean that it is going to be a scrum feed.
They'll have a look to see if this is ripped out, I think.
Okay.
Geez, that ref's got a shinier head than I have.
Does a bit, doesn't he? Right, the Bundaberg Captain's Challenge. I was looking at Bundaberg drinks the other day. Did you know they have mango drinks?
I did not know that, Hamish.
Quite
That's
nice.
going to be ripped out.
Oh, it's a bit of a fitty, I would call it.
It's pretty soft. That's a loose carry, isn't it? He's got his hand in there, but he hasn't really sort of ripped it or anything. But oh no, he has a wee bit on that angle.
Just checking the odds for this matchup, of course, going into this match. I think I've actually got the odds on one of these bits of paper as well. But the New South Wales Blues were the favourites, right? He is bleeding from the mouth. I think he took quite the shot on the jaw, and we're about to see a bomb.
Big forearm.
That would have hurt.
Aye.
When you got a last name like Tuolangi, your forearms aren't going to be made of plastic, are they?
Not normally, no. Oh, now we're going to have a look at it.
Okay, it's going to be the HIA. Has to go off.
See, in the good old days of Mel Meninga's day, this here was the level for high tackles. Anything below that was legal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big forearm to the...
So, it was actually Murray Tuolangi on Cameron Murray. So, Murray involved in both sides of the equation. I know what Murray I would have preferred to be.
Yeah.
One
Murray's got a sore jaw and the other one's got a sore bicep.
Jake Travojevic, that was a good shot on him.
Oh,
and the ball's been ripped away.
Yeah, stripped again, I think.
Now the
that was an easy one for the ref.
Josh Pavali. See, he, for me, it's actually perfect. That
I think that's a signal for 2.
There he is. Earlier on. Tell me that doesn't look like Josh Pavali.
What? Oh.
It's an interesting photo. Like, it's not the most normal face you ever see
it's
from.
Not the best photo of Marco Vunipola. Oh, Vunipola. Hi.
There's a little bit of something there in the similarities, right? Nathan Cleary, he's got the kick and tee here. It looks like they're willing to just slow this one down. Say we are willing to take on the 2.
We've got to take the points.
Not sure whether or not this is the hype song that Nathan Cleary will want when he's about to kick it.
Still an impressive stadium.
Optus Stadium. When you see the light show, like it just absolutely goes for it. I remember the matchup quite fondly of New Zealand versus Australia. Their 2019 Scott Barrett red card. Australia beating the All Blacks quite comfortably.
Well, we're not going to bring that up, are we? Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
What about the one where Geordie Barrett got the red card at Optus Stadium more recently?
Clearly, we don't want to play at Optus Stadium.
No, we just don't need Barretts in the side for Optus because that seems to be...
Hey, Bodie, get the trifecta.
Yeah, that's a kryptonite. Smiley Barrett, if it was built, he would have got a red card there.
Here we go.
Nathan Cleary, ready to take on this kick. He does get it down the middle.
It's over.
And now 2-0. Oh, he's not happy with the tee, Nathan Cleary.
No, he wasn't happy before he kicked it, but he kicked it all right.
Slater, isn't it? Is that Billy or...
Yeah, Billy.
That Billy Slater. Oh, yeah, there we go. Able to become the 5th Maroons coach to win series at his first attempt. I mean, he's in a decent position at the moment. Not terrible for him.
We've got a chance,
Currently now 12 minutes through this game and still only the 2 points.
12 minutes gone already.
Yeah, it flies by.
Right.
Kicked off long. Very long. Almost too long there, but Tedesco takes it nicely, gives it off to Haas, who's going to run it hard. Lead with the shoulder. Tackled down by in the
man dragging along behind him by the leg, but he's
big shot there in the midsection. I think that was the man who's now stuck under the leg. It was Collins. 20 metres out. Jake Travojevic, Cleary off to Jerome Luai now. Starting to link up not too badly, and there was a big bump off. And Luai goes off to his Panthers teammate To'o, of course, defending champs in the NRL.
Yes. Yep.
So we're looking at another title.
The winger's doing a few hard yards up the middle, giving the fat boys a spell.
Isaiah Yo. I think I called him Isaac Yo earlier on, but Isaiah Yo. They got a run, 5th and final now, 63 metres game for the New South Wales side.
They're getting good yardage.
Going high. This one will be a pressure ball for Ponga, but he's handled it nicely. It's just taken it to ground. And he'll be taken down. He's been held. Still holding him. Now passing it back across. Good tackle. Brilliant tackle. Forward intensity at the moment. The metres per minute. We have seen an extra 10 metres made.
New South Wales hustling up on defence.
And the big stat there is the fact that normally 85 is the average in the NRL per kind of metres per minute for a forward. So we're up in the tempo massively.
Yep.
In the track air, which is always the case with State of Origin. They always say you got to be at the absolute peak of your fitness or else you're screwed. That's charged down once again for Munster. That's twice now, but it's set up for Ponga. If he found that off to Munster.
That was going to go.
I was over there. A guy smashed. And says Nazi Williams. Now going back across. Great low tackle there from Travojevic.
That cut him down.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Bit of push and shove there as well. Too slow on the ground. Oh.
Well, I think that's been about 13 and a half minutes coming, isn't it?
That's pretty harsh, I would have thought. There's a bit of push and shove going on as well. Was that not one of the quicker recycles that we've seen?
I actually thought it was, to be honest.
Bit unlucky there for that penalty. I think that was against Kurusal. Staying on the ground a bit too long here.
Right. Oh, that'll give you a bloody tickle up under your chin.
Nice boot, right. So he gets taken down.
And that's the end of the replay.
That was actually Travojevic as well. So he made 2 tackles in a row low, which is, I guess, an underutilized one. But then you saw what happened when that other guy tried to tackle low. He got kicked in the face. So it's a 50-50 one. You either got to have your head in the right spot, Travojevic making another tackle, and a busy Origin. And he's only just been brought in for this game. He didn't actually get to play. As has your man Tino. Salamala Aoi. That wasn't too far off. It's getting closer. Now, Daly Cherry Evans, sorry, I should say. I was thinking of Dane Gagai, who might get the ball
bouncing off everybody
relatively soon. In fact, we haven't done the prediction yet of who you think will score the first try, the exact player, just to make it difficult. Ponga trying to go through. He has been taken down and a good tackle by Huss. I'm going to say first try is scored by Brian To'o. But first of all, the Blues will have to get down the other end.
Wow. I'm thinking to myself, Cherry Evans is going to score.
Oh, okay. Cherry Evans goes for the grubber in behind. Brian To'o. Oh, no, that's poor, but that's even poorer, I think. Both men messed that up.
He's just batted it, hasn't he?
I think Cobbo's blown that chance, unfortunately. He didn't expect it.
No.
So Brian To'o misses this one in defence. And then from there, just tries to bounce it like it's a basketball.
Tries to whack it from 2 feet off the ground. This is awful defence.
Yeah, unfortunately, To'o couldn't even score one in his own in goal.
This guy's looking over his shoulder to see where everybody is. Oh, he's not here. He didn't even get close to that. This guy goes, I'll give it a smack. Says you're good.
I'm trying to think of a sport other than volleyball that you spike the ball like that.
Yeah.
Tennis with a serve, maybe, but it's going to be no try.
He was trying to bounce it up in the air so that he could dunk it.
And Ponga will score. Says Batty Wagon as the prediction there as well. Quick tap taken. And back across. This is going to be good work from New South Wales. Slightly. Whoa, he was quick up to his feet. It's like when you spam the button in a video game.
One of those runs in behind the ruck. They're making good yardage through those.
Going back off to the left-hand side. Good attack and run. And that was from the man who got booted in the chin not too long ago. Proudly Queensland. From a distance, he does still look like Michael Hooper, and I'm sticking by that.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Just as soon as it gets closer, it looks less likely. But this is, once again, many, many metres made. We're only up to 4th, and they've already run about 60.
We're out to 20 metres.
Off to Haas.
10 metres out now.
He's a tough man to get down. He's got great balance.
Yeah, he's a big unit. They take it, hey.
5th and final. Tedesco tries to step. His boots need bigger sprigs, I think.
Oh, did he realise it was the last? 70 metres they made there. Too easy.
I think he knew it was last. He slipped about 4 times, Tedesco.
Too easy.
I think his feet are almost too good for his boots.
It's too fast for his boots.
Nice step there, but he's run straight at the line. Another good tackle made. That's actually one of the replacements already making his way out onto the field. I believe that was Angus Crichton.
That was for the guy that got the head knock.
And now number 16, which is Patrick Kerrigan, making his way out there for Queensland. Now Munster passes back across out wide. First time that we've seen this man with the ball in his hands with a bit of space.
It's about his first carry, isn't it?
Now Munster going short, and already Kerrigan gets involved after only being on the field for maybe about 4 seconds.
Oh, Kerrigan.
Yeah.
All right. Gone high.
Gone high.
It's a bit of pressure coming through.
Tedesco takes it beautifully, though. Oh, he was almost cleaned up high.
He went too high and he missed him.
That's a good tackle made by Cherry Evans. How many McDonald's logos can we fit in one kit? I've just realised, like, the shorts, they've got about 2 or 3 logos of McDonald's.
Oh,
nice bump off from To'o. Finds the offload as well. Now Jerome Luai down the wing. Carrigan, he's dropped it though. And now we will be going back for it. Oh, that might be a bit of push and shove. No, looks like they're coming after Jerome Luai. Disappointed with that one. Didn't quite stick to the hands the way that he needed it to.
He was playing a whole heap of football before he actually got a hold of the football.
You got a McDonald's on both of the arse cheeks and then also one at the front, I think.
Oh, well.
Guess if they're the big sponsor, though, aren't they? Who's sponsoring this year's State of Origin? I think it's Aurora? No. What is the...
Who?
Aurora? No, I'm not too sure what it is. It's something starting with A, I believe, for State of Origin this year. It used to be Honda, which was easier. It's on the middle of the field there, I think I just saw. That's a brilliant tackle, dragging him back a little bit as well. Ponga's not too happy about it. Ample, I think it is.
What? The one that's written in the middle of the field? That'll give it away.
Oh, so it's Fa'asua Mali Ali. Fa'as. Oh, he says it so quick, doesn't he, the commentator? Fa'asua Mali Ali. Almost. Let's get in there. And also, you're doing good at pronouncing Irish.
Tino.
Yeah, Tino is certainly the easier name of the two. Carrigan now. Fa'asua Awi.
Close.
It's all that. It's that L. The L doesn't quite fall where it needs to for me. That's going to be kicked high from Munster. Just a little chip in behind, but it's nicely taken. And the Blues have once again got that. You'd have to wonder, was there enough? I guess
pretty disappointing pressure by Queensland on that. Huh?
I was just about to say, was there enough
run
of a
up
chase?
And no one was actually looking at the ball. They were all just run up there to occupy space.
And also, cheers, says Nathan. Yeah, as well, but now sitting about 20 metres out from their own line here, New South Wales. They're up to third already. This is probably one of the least amount of metres that they've been able to make so far throughout their set.
Yeah, only out to the 30, but...
Although, of course, one phase left and you never quite know. It's a nice run. Now that is going to be fifth and final.
Good forward ball. They're keen to run.
Jerome Luai, he goes for a bit of a run forward. It's kicked it high. Who's after this? You'd have to even argue New South Wales. Could Brian To'o have got into that one if he had tried?
They don't even want to contest it.
Now Dane Gagai going forward. That's that guy, Brad Fittler, that's the name.
Yeah.
I feel like interviewing the coaches is risky, definitely in the later stages of the game.
Certainly in the later stages when emotions are sort of starting to run a little bit higher.
And the commentator's going, so your team's down by 10.
That's a great run.
Why is that? And then it's...
Yeah. That's a great run by the dummy half there. Followed up by a huge hit by Carrigan. Queensland are finally starting to get some go for it here. Oh, what was that?
Once again.
Fifth tackle. That's right.
See, that's a bit better. At least someone went up for it.
Unfortunately, that was probably one where they could have let him come down and then forced him over the sideline.
That looked high from Carrigan.
Only by one arm.
Yeah. Great tackle. And they've actually cleaned up Tedesco as well.
Tedesco was marking up there over behind him for the play the ball and got run over.
Murray's passed his head assessment.
He's got a fat lip, though.
Yep. And quite a bit of strapping on the head as well. Let's go Blues, says Mr. Nobody. And also, let's go Queensland. You agree, Craig? Says Robert there.
Yep.
He's going for Queensland in this one now off.
To keep the series alive, it wouldn't worry me if the Blues won, but I've got to stick with my Queensland.
Going off the kick.
Who was that kicked
behind? Burton, I think they said there.
I'm not picking he's a kicker.
Just
or a normal kicker.
Looking for him. Where is Burton?
Right.
Don't know. Matt Burton is there, but...
that's tipped him upside down. Yeah.
Okay, just going to be the penalty against Jake Travojevic there. That lip looks a bit busted, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a fat lip too. Nah, he bailed out on it. No.
I say one of the nicest guys around. Although if you saw him, you'd think that he had just been in like a full-on scrap, wouldn't you?
He looks like a thug. Sorry.
So Burton, he's a centre for New South Wales. Says Robert there. Yeah, because he's... there he is, Matt Burton, number 3.
Yeah.
He has made his way into the lineup. I was looking through and I couldn't find his name.
It was there under Matt Burton, number 3.
Yeah. Oh, something like a bit of biff. And there says John as well. Oh, it's a
Oh.
nice ball off his pants. Almost down.
But he scores!
And it's going to be none other than number 12 there. It is Felici Kaufusi who has been able to score that try. And the big man, I swear, it's probably almost first time we've seen him today.
Does actually.
And he's been able to go over a score
and we've seen
himself.
more of him than we probably should have.
Huh? Yeah, crack and all. Look at this crack in the defence of the Blues. Jerome Luai, that is about the third or so missed tackle that he's had, which is a rarity for him normally, but they've been able to break through, and the big man, Kaufusi, has been able to score the try. Brian Tyler was looking to the touch judge for something there. I assume for the obstruction, maybe, if you're going to even call it that, which I don't see where he would have found it.
No.
So, yeah, I don't know what he was looking for. I think he was just hoping for something.
Yeah.
Kaufusi scores. He's a Storm player as well, says Robert, and also the try says Rice, and also where's Betty? He was here a little bit earlier on.
Go the Cane Toads.
The Cane Toads, is that what they're nicknamed?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Oh.
Do they know their nickname, the Cane Toads?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right then. I like McDonald's logo. Isaac actually had McDonald's for tea.
Oh, that's nice.
But he cycled there, so I feel like that kind of,
offsets it a bit, you reckon?
And a 0 sugar Coke as well. So I feel like he was slightly trying his best to make it healthier. But it still is McDonald's. I think he got a couple burgers.
Quality food.
Hey? We've got to say that because they're the big sponsor, don't we?
Well, it must be quality food. Hey? You wouldn't want to be pumping bad food into these athletes.
No, not at all.
Hey? Must be part of the diet plan.
That's a nice
kick.
That's
going over, Hamish. That's a great kick.
Now that's going to be 6 points to 2. Queensland taking the lead in Queensland. Nice. And yeah, New South Wales is the Cockroaches, Hamish.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Cockroaches and Cane Toads.
Now that is going to be the first try and probably not the last of this first half. I think 16 minutes left. It's just starting to free up a little bit more.
Yeah, Queensland have just started to get some go forward. That's probably last 2 sets. Basically, Queensland have actually got some go forward. So where the New South Wales just tiring a little bit. But certainly that'll give Queensland a confidence boost. So up to the Blues now to respond.
Here for Queensland, you want to make it at least a halfway, don't you? If not a little bit further for the return. If you want to keep that momentum going forward. Yep. Oh, big shot there.
He met by 3 people.
How did Kalen Ponga end up underneath that? I feel like the fullbacks at the moment keep on getting tackled in tackles that they're not even involved in. You just wrong place, wrong
up
time.
Friendly fire.
Okay, Cam Murray has made his way back out. We can recognise him because he's got the black strapping there. He is. Jeez, Paulo's got all chest, doesn't he?
Right.
Oh yeah, muscles on muscles for his pectorals.
Nah.
Or you think just too tight of a shirt?
He's got the olden day armour.
Right. I was thinking I'd maybe go into the game 3, find out next week. Says Robert, yeah, will be an awesome one at Suncorp Stadium for the 3rd game. So that is a big one for Queensland. If they go into the series 1-1, you'd even still think that they would back themselves to be able to win at Suncorp.
They'd back themselves at Suncorp.
I think if they were 2-0 up, they would back themselves to go the clean sweep, possibly, which would be interesting. As last year, it was the complete opposite.
Yep.
Now, Brian To'o. Tedesco passes back across. Haven't seen a huge amount of his running in the last kind of 10 to 15 minutes, but that's mainly because they haven't really made that many meters, have they?
Right. Then
here he goes. Junior Paulo.
Eventually
6 again.
Yeah. Walked his way up to buddy. 6 again, was it?
Pretty strategic when you think about it. Isn't it?
Is that for the interference, is it?
For holding him back, yeah.
For slowing it down.
And now, once again, Kaufusi, the try scorer. I feel like we're going to see him a lot more now that we know that he's out there. Nice short pop pass up to Paulo. Finds the offload as well. A big man with skills is always a dangerous feature of a backline. Crichton taking that one nicely. And also, where am I, says Betty? That's a very good question. Very good question.
Where is Petty?
Where is Petty? Petty is in Palmerston North.
I was going to say, is he at the ground? We'll keep an eye out for him, but we couldn't guarantee it.
Oh, Isaiah Yo.
He'd have to put his hand up. It's pretty hard to spot him when you're looking down from the top unless he's waving at us.
Yeah. All got a massive hat on. Isaiah Yeo going for the little kick in behind. That was a nice banana one, and it's the try. And now New South Wales get themselves one.
I don't think that was the kick he played for, but it worked out a treat.
No, it worked beautifully, and Burton has scored it. Right, back in the game now for New South Wales.
Wow. Queensland coach won't be happy about that.
Is that the kick that Nathan Cleary wanted? I think he tried the banana kick, but I don't know whether or not it came off exactly how he thought it would.
I don't think it was supposed to go 5 metres.
Where is it? Oh, tell you what.
Yeah, might have.
It didn't look like it went a mile off where he wanted it to go, Cleary. Yeah, just curving it back towards his teammate. That is class. And beautifully taken by Burton.
Beautifully picked up.
And also one of the funniest things I've ever seen, highlights replay from ages ago, was Martin Bella, Queensland, getting thumbed in a tackle. He got spun around and was so dazed, he played it back to the opposition side, New South Wales.
Yes, I remember that game. Yes. Yep. You had Martin Bella and you had Paul Harrigan. And they both used to play for the same team. And then State of Origin, they'd be opposite each other. One was 8. One was 8, Harrigan was 10. They even had a big Biffo match in one match.
See, my biggest...
Straight after Origin, they crumped it up and they play on the same team again. Crazy.
It's always funny watching them like be teammates, and then you got to go to enemies. And we have got a donation from Xavier as well saying, go New South Wales.
Thank you, Xavier.
I appreciate that very much, mate. That was a nice try for Burton. But yeah, my biggest one that I remember was Aaron Woods missing the try celebration huddle. It was only a few years ago, about 2016 or so, but it was quite a funny one to watch how he went up and he went down. And he kind of just had to try and play it off as if it didn't happen, but certainly did. Cleary strikes, Cleary gets it.
Straight through the middle.
And I was like, what's good, mate? Our old mate came by last night asking for you because sport. It wasn't nice. He made me leave. Says it was Nathan there to Paddy Wagon for that one as well. Now that is going to make the score 8 points to 6 now in this contest. And New South Wales taking the lead back. Those 2 points could literally be the decider in this game, depending on how it goes. She's very loud.
She's quite happy.
I think she just went, "You're the boys." Something along those lines, and quite a scary voice.
Scary Australian girl.
Now,
all right, here we go again.
28 minutes through. And it is going to be kicked deep, nicely taken. The thing is, I'm used to saying nicely taken because we see many of those dropped in rugby union. So it's kind of a reflex to say, yep, that one's worked out for them. They have still got that. Nice run forward.
Right. Queensland's time to answer back.
It's a good run once again. Almost a tip on him. And also we have got the my rectum. As I says Petty, but now going back across to Desco. Trying to break his way through, but he's taken down low. Tackle made by, I believe that was Burgess, I want to say. No, Harry Grant, in fact, sorry. Or as I like to call him, Michael. Okay, Lindsay Collins off for a head injury assessment. So that is going to be their number 8. So I assume they've got a big forward on there and Jack Hayes with him. There's Nathan there as well. Now Munster, he might even back himself. No, not quite. Didn't feel that the time was quite there for it. Now Daly Cherry Evans. Shut down pretty quickly by Jerome Luai.
He didn't really. Yeah, I had him around the neck.
Okay, you were grappling him, then you give him rubbish on the ground, I think was the comment from the referee there.
Yeah, they were trying to make his neck longer.
I mean, that's tricky to do. Have you seen his neck?
Yeah, well, it's clearly he's been tackled like that before.
You can only stretch a giraffe so far, can't you?
Yeah.
Although not as impressive as the Melbourne Victory goalkeeper Lawrence Thomas. Of course, he actually had the nickname Nick, or he didn't have a household anyway. Penalties 3 against Queensland, 2 against New South Wales. Let's go, boys. So here's a Mr. Nobody.
Right.
There as well. Oh, sorry, let's go Blues, I should say. Kafusi, the try scorer. Able to get himself back down. Now this time, Harry Grant decides to back himself around the side. It's an easy way of getting a few meters if the defense are caught off guard.
Yeah.
Munster goes back now. Ponga linking up with the man on the inside. Beautiful work, Munster. He's going to score it. I said he deserved one last time.
Oh.
And he's done it as well.
Did he put it down before the dead ball line?
He got close, but I think he just managed to sneak it in.
He did the big celebration in the in-goal area, and then by the time he dived, he's nearly over the dead ball line.
It's one of those ones that it creeps up on you so quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you're running full tilt, and then all of a sudden you realise, hang on, Munster scores it. He actually helped set it up originally. Ponga did receive the pass from Munster. Then nice ball on the inside.
He's over the line there. Does the celebration? Oh, no.
You know.
Yeah, about a foot to go. It was close.
It was a lot closer than you would have anticipated. Well, but this was a nice backline movement. Valentine Holmes.
Got outside Valentine Holmes. Inside ball.
Beautifully to Munster. Pretty happy with that one. Munster, as you can tell, he's fired up. That ball almost came back, smacked him in the mush. She probably wouldn't have felt that. Man is very happy for his Queensland boys alongside the rest of that section. The question that I have, because I can't quite remember, state-wise, right? Queensland or New South Wales closer to Western Australia in the map? I think is it Queensland? No,
New South Wales.
New South Wales.
Depends. Yeah, going around Australia would be.
Direct flight, probably.
Brisbane are high, New South Wales are down below. So it depends what way you're heading over there.
So I guess it's literally like not just neutral territory because it's not from either of their home areas, but also just.
I'm not sure whether Brisbane and Perth are in the same sort of line across Australia. In which case, might be Brisbane that are closer. And whether New South Wales actually have to come up to go to Perth on the.
New South Wales as well, says Mr. Nobody, and I spit Queensland. I expect Queensland maybe. But yeah, it would be good to see 1-1 or 1-1 at the end.
Yeah.
But then are you not watching the cricket, says Ahmad? Not at this current point in time. We have got I'm probably going to watch the cricket straight after this match, to be fair. But then alongside that, we are going to be doing day 5 of the cricket tomorrow. I think it's day 5 tomorrow, isn't it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep, day 5 tomorrow as well. But now running forward. Good contact between the two. Number 15's Crichton makes the tackle. I support Queensland. I'm not as hip as some of these guys, you know.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And you're asking me for help.
And also this game's going back and forth.
Up a bit here.
It's like, it's good watching for a neutral like me, says Steve Smith. Yeah, as well. That reminds me, Steve, do you want moderator on this channel as well? Because we are on the sport channel currently. Wait, you might already be a moderator, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe. You know Steve Smith, don't you?
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's good to have him back.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like we're going to have a heap of Blues subs here in a minute.
It's gone up high. And what goes up?
There's no pressure on the kicks.
Nicely done once again, and by New South Wales to be able to take that one comfortably. So 33 minutes through this contest. This first half has gone fast.
It's gone fast.
But
it's gone fast if you're out there too.
Nathan Cleary having a bit of a pick and go. Hasn't quite worked out for him as well as it has for Queensland. They've certainly been the team that
advantage was, though, he got wrapped up by two of the smaller guys, though. So it's probably why he thought he'd have a crack.
So the cricket of me, as well as Steve Smith. The thing is, the amount of people who think that you are Steve Smith, the Australia cricketer, definitely, because like during the Ashes as well, since you weren't here very often, everyone's like, well, he can't message while he's out of the middle, can he? That's a good shot.
Oh, come on, New South Wales. Sorry.
I was going to say, weren't you Queenslanders? So there's a bright title. Finds the offload now to Tedesco. Passes one more on the outside.
It's had to go wide.
Tedesco's once again been tackled when he didn't have the ball, but it wasn't even on purpose. The Black Cat's looking good right now. Don't want to jinx it. Says Rice there. Right, we'll wait to see the wicket fall in the next over. It also, it's windy at the cricket. Says Paddy. And also, we watch the afternoon session of the cricket. I'll probably watch it. I probably won't be live streaming it, though.
Look at this. The guy on the ground. He ends up with his foot up in the air.
Is that accidental offside? No. Is it? No.
Should be New South Wales ball, I think. Yeah.
Only 5 minutes left in this half of Rugby League. Wait, Cameron. Said, have we just got one Cameron? We've got Cameron Munster's. Oh no, Cameron Murray's there as well.
Yeah, he's back.
Honga making the tackle there alongside Cameron Munster. And also, have you seen me texting while playing? Then the cover's blown, says Steve. Although the thing is with that, people surely Steve Smith has someone who does his social media and stuff, wouldn't he?
No.
Yeah. No? You don't think so? You don't think he's because definitely after the incident, maybe you'd have someone as
I think you get someone else to place his sandpaper orders or what? No?
No.
Oh.
Just
Was that not what we're talking about?
No, not quite.
Right, now let's get back to this.
Okay, you update us on the cricket. I will get it up on my phone so that I can give you guys.
Blues are attacking 5 metres out.
Sayao with a nice run. In fact, I'm going to get a little bit fancy.
Go on then.
There you go.
That's got 6 again because they're on second tackle.
4 minutes left of the half. No, that's a bad pass, but it's well picked up there. Beautifully done. In fact, and he's back up to his feet. That is absolutely sensational.
That was great commitment in a 50-50 situation.
Could have gone either way, but he was able to clean it up nicely.
You're either getting the ball or getting your head kicked off. One or the other.
No lie. And because of his commitment, almost led to the opportunity. What I'm quickly going to do is I am going to go like this.
Here we go.
I like that. And Blano and Mitchell are a great bowling or batting duo. Yeah, they seem to just continue to just link up beautifully, really. There we go. What we're going to do.
There's the kick.
Kick's gone high. It is taken nicely. There we go. Got the cricket up there for you as well.
Wait.
Technology, gotta love the thing.
Oh.
Hang on, what's happened here?
We got a penalty, 5 metres out.
For New South Wales or Queensland?
Be New South Wales.
Oh, damn.
For running a block, basically.
For an escort, as they've called it.
Oh, well.
Interesting.
They block,
Oh, yeah. No, you got to at least make it look like you're not lining the guy up, don't you?
Yeah.
That could be costly for them. Definitely if there's some sort of late.
You can't be looking at the guy who's trying to attack it, lining him up, and then getting in the way, basically. And then going, it wasn't me, ref.
Did you see that? Look towards the touch judge straight away to go, have you seen that?
How could you not see it? It would have been a better call.
Now try time could be just around the corner. Half time just around the corner. Jake Travojevic.
2 minutes to go. I'll certainly get this set of 6 in anyway.
Nice pass off. Now Cleary. Short border to Disco. Tackle by Munster. Those two, I think, are going to go head-to-head in the second half as well.
Good tackle. Ball and all.
Now back. Isaiah Yo goes off to Cleary. Jerome Luai. Ball on the outside now trying to link up. That is weak defence. And it's a great step as well. Burton. Yeah, it's done nicely. Just checking. Will it get timed out if I put on his stream?
The steamroller.
That was close.
Paulo,
though, dragged down. They're trying to hold him down.
They run over the top.
Still holding him down. That's going to be a penalty, doesn't it?
2 points.
10 in the bin.
Take the 2.
You're lying on him. And that is going to be... That's massive to have a yellow card there. And unfortunately, Felici Kalfusi, one of the guys who did score a try earlier on for Queensland, will I get timed out? But an S on the end of the storm. No,
Sherry Evans not happy.
Now, that is going to be the end of him for the next 10 minutes and the end of the half for him as well. And there they go now, man. Says right. Also, can you please stream the afternoon session of the cricket? We might end up, unfortunately, missing the afternoon one.
Billy Slater's stunned.
Why is he off? I think is the comment there. So now
I hope they replay this run.
I caught a glimpse of it, but I only saw the aftermath of him pretty much running.
Pump that poor little fella into next week. He'll come back. He's already in the second half.
Right, Cook looks like he might be considering. Is that the little guy?
I think they might have.
He's
not so little, but yeah.
Right. Of course, they had to bring him back out. Fa'asua Mali'i. Fa'asua Mali'i.
They've got it. Oh.
Okay, they've taken the quick tap. I decided.
They had to take the 2 there.
Yeah, with 1 minute left, it's a risky tactic, isn't it? But with the
Yep.
man advantage, maybe a decent crack for them. Now Cleary goes back to Luai. Quick hands, Brian.
Oh, what do I
it's
know?
worked out.
I don't know anything.
And scores it.
They knew what they were doing.
And also, is there a wicket? Not at this stage. They're still sitting 5 down for the Kiwis for 183.
Yep.
Hey, Obi as well, says Betty Wagon. And also, I'm good. How are you? And there from Betty as well. There's the try to New South Wales, so that will get them back to 12-12. 30 seconds left. That'll be disappointing for Queensland because not only...
Hi.
What happens here? Just outnumbered. Brian To'o throws the ball down. Oh, that could have been an ankle twister for Jerome Luai. I like how I notice things like that rather than like the celebration. It was a good celebration, of course. They both got excited. But the thing that worried me more was the fact that the ball almost ended up underneath Jerome Luai's foot when he jumped up in the air.
Jumping people.
Because look at that. If he goes down on that, that's an ankle stuff.
That's a
and that's pretty much your season over. Brian To'o, though, did actually get engaged in the grand final, I think it was. He ended up proposing to his wife, or his wife-to-be.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, after the match. And there you go, the happy signs. We've got that one, the rock on. We've got the yield good, and also the Bearsies from Mr. Nobody there as well.
He's got the Bearsies.
You got the Bearsies.
Awesome.
You got the Bearsies?
Yeah, should be having the Bearsies.
You can have a beersy if you like. Xavier donated earlier on, so that could be your beer fund.
Oh, well, sneak out at half time and get some Bearsies.
Alrighty. Boom.
That's a good try. Good try to finish the half. Brad's happy.
Well, as happy as Brad can look, I guess you could say there. He's not happy until the job is done yet.
Very nervous.
To'o. Well, to get that one, like they're saying, tit for tat. This has been a very even first half.
Yes.
Oh, what are we booing about? Has Queensland stolen the ball or what's happening? Oh, no, Nathan Cleary going to be kicking this one.
Did you get it over? From the sideline?
No. Curling just away to the left, I think.
Nah, my money's on him. Just go straight to that light in the middle.
Oh, Luke. It's gone straight over. And also, Coffee Time Fellas says Steve Smith with the $5 donation. Said, yeah, you might be able to get yourself an encore beer as well.
Excellent. I was saying you got out the fridge.
But nonetheless, that is going to be half time in this one. We will be back extremely soon, or I will still be here while my dad is going away to get the beer. I could try and entertain you with a little bit of light guitar.
Nice.
But normally doesn't quite go as well. And hi, says John, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Currently, very close.
We could never keep Hamish quiet enough when the rugby was on when he was younger. So we used to send him out to the fridge to get the beers. The only trouble was that he cottoned onto it and he'd start bringing them back 2 or 3 at a time, save himself some travel distance. So by the time the second half come, we were munted and ready to go. Right, I'm a bit dry, so I'm getting a beer. This game's good.
This game good.
Sit that there.
Alrighty, so currently 14 points to 12 in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds really rough because you got to strum it hard enough so that it actually comes through. But that is the only little thing that I know how to do. And I feel like that summarizes the first half pretty well. Just the fact that it's been all-out action, some very nice plays. We've got a yellow card currently for Queensland in that first half. And that was to the number 12, Felici Kaufusi as well. I haven't quite learned Iron Man yet, but I want to. You got to do it with your mouth. But yeah, currently the Queenslanders, they are up by 1-0, which is why it's so important that they do get themselves this win and play Flight of the Bumblebees, Steve Smith. I'm not sure whether or not I can quite get myself. I can do happy. Is it your birthday, Steve? If it's your birthday. And if it's not your birthday, it's unfortunate. Hello. You've stocked up, haven't you?
I just saving some travelling time.
That's smart. That is smart indeed. And also get them drunk and let them drop coins in the couch, says Obi. Strategic.
I need my headphones.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sing us the tune.
Nah. You're the singer, aren't you?
No, I tried out for the school choir once. They said, you better play an instrument.
What instrument did you go with?
That was the end of my singing career.
You were a wind instrument, weren't you?
No, trumpet, I think. Yeah, trumpet for a start.
Is that not a wind instrument?
Well, I suppose it is. Not the way I get it. Want to win for anybody. What are you done with the amazing?
I can't remember it now. I know my birthday is March, thankfully. Steve, unlucky. Next year, we're going to be into it. I've forgotten the one that I was doing Iron Man. That's all I know of it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Can you go Jimmy Anderson?
Not quite. I can do a bit of Bon Jovi.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. So if Mitchell and Blundell both get hundreds in the cricket, we'll have a chance.
That is true. And I was like, what is the score in the cricket? It's currently 184 for 5. Hamish put it away. Oh, so it's more than I can play, says Steve Smith. Yeah, I think I just emptied my arsenal, to be fair. It's lucky I didn't have to play for another minute. Or else I would have had to go down smoke on the water, I think, which is kind of the... I get a bit of that going. Also, we need better halftime entertainment, says Obi. We need Isaac for halftime entertainment. He did Rick, what's his name? Rick Ainsley. Never going to give you up. He was like...
Rick Astley.
Yeah, Astley. What do I call him? Ainsley. And I was like, how do you think England will be able to do... Or how do you think England will be able to chase down at the moment? 154 lead is certainly chaseable at this point, but if New Zealand can get that towards a 300 lead, would be absolutely massive for them. But
that'd be a good start.
Rick rolled, says Obi there as well. And depending on what happens to New Zealand, says Betty there. And also,
there's two things that have come out in the cricket. All right, the English can't get Blundell and Mitchell out, and we can't get Bairstow and their fella out. So whichever one of those goes out first, or both of them goes out first, is who will win the test match.
I remember when Bairstow was right on the verge of getting sacked from the test side.
100%.
And then the Ashes came around and he had that miracle innings where he just absolutely just put it all together. And now, well, it's like Mitchell wouldn't have gotten a look in before this series. Other than getting one opportunity that he then turned into pretty much a starting spot for the next few tours, I would think. Yeah.
He's turned himself into a batsman that they can't leave out now.
And if you do and your team gets rolled, then you look like a goose. Just look at bloody AJS Patel, get 10 wickets in an innings, leave him out, and then wonder why you're not getting any wickets with spin.
Now we can't find a spinner to get wickets.
Then bring him back 6 months later, and then he goes for 14 runs off 2 overs, and they go, nah,
that's enough. That's enough of the spin. Yeah.
They play all the wrong notes, just as fast on the guitar as Flight of the Bumblebee, says Steve Smith. And there's Isaac and all the impersonations as well. Oh, he did well, Hamish, says John. I feel like, but you did well, Hamish, just kind of like that one. How it's like you took part, so good job. You finished the race. You finished 10 seconds later than anyone else, but you finished the race. And that's the important part.
Calm down.
Yeah. I don't know much else. I could play Wake Me Up When September Ends a little bit of it. The dun 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 dun, but I can't remember it. You know? It's tricky. The brain, eh? It's a weird
thing. Like in 20 minutes we'll be into this again.
And where's my membership, says Patty? That is a good question. But the reason behind no membership is we are actually on the Kiwi Lads Sport. So because of that, we don't actually have memberships on this channel. We actually only recently got monetized about 4 days ago, or maybe a little bit longer on this channel for the 1,000. Yeah. I still remember the celebration that you had for the 1,000 subscribers on the main channel. Fun fact. I remember I was doing the live stream and you and Mumsy popping with the beers in the doorway, saying cheers to that. You had them ready.
Well, that was actually quite a milestone because that's about as high as we thought you'd ever get. To be honest,
I'll take that because I thought we'd be like 1,000 by now if we were lucky on the main channel.
Yeah, no, we thought, oh, what the hell is this, Daddy? Hey, Daddy boy just trying not to get a job.
Remember when we made the deal about putting the TV on the wall when we hit 1,000 and you thought it was safe money?
Yeah.
Sports okay, that makes sense. And there, as I says, Paddy there, and also we got the Maroons. Still have a lot of oxygen and energy. Says Chris Mark. Yeah, there are still 40 minutes left, and both of these sides are going to be throwing absolutely everything into it.
Yeah, I can't get over the size of the changing room.
I guess it's just in case you need to like practice the goal kicking.
It's nearly bigger than our house.
Oh, average set distance 34 metres for New South Wales compared to 31 of Queensland. So just a little bit higher. Queensland
come back a bit. Because New South Wales were getting a lot of easy artists there at one stage.
There's Paul Gallen.
Hard man of New South Wales.
Runs 6 from Jake Travojevic. I want to see that there it is. Tackles 16 made. He has been busy in that first half. And metres gained also 49 in the process. Not too bad for himself. At this point in time, someone's just doing a slow little putt on the bike, I guess you could call it. And that is Liam Martin. He's been busy as well. A lot of these players have been putting in the big hits and they need to continue to do so. Oh. Yeah, that was actually some decent animation. They should do that for the next Rugby League game. Maybe. Yeah, currently you will notice we're getting a lot more ads in between. Like normally for these ones, you see about 15 ads or so. So you kind of remember most of them.
Right.
So we've got currently an ad for of course, Māori All Blacks playing on Wednesday. Also playing on Wednesday, it is going to be South Canterbury side taking on Hawke's Bay. Forgot their name for a second. And I was actually reading out the names of the players from Waimate who are in the South Canterbury side. There's about 6 or 7 in there.
We've actually got a few, yep.
And
it's going all right.
You knew a majority of them. Or in fact, all of them.
I'm not completely ignorant.
No, well,
rugby scene.
It's good because then on the live stream, we're going to be able to pop all these stats out. You'll be able to say the last job Theo did for plumbing and all sorts. Well, really? I don't know whether or not you're allowed to disclose that, are you? But you'll be able to say whether or not you said he's a good plumber.
He is a good plumber.
Yeah. Just like he's a good halfback. Might get the opportunity for South Canterbury and that game up against Hawke's Bay. I have no idea who Hawke's Bay are going to have in their side because when you think about it, Ash Dixon, he's in Japan, so he won't be available.
Yep.
A few of these
will be tied up with the Maoris.
Yep. The Māori All Blacks, they will have a few players out. The All Blacks as well.
Yep.
They'll have a few players out. This is probably the best opportunity to be able to take the shield off Hawke's Bay this year.
Yep.
So, let's hope they make the most of it. Are you going to watch the India versus England cricket on Friday? I will probably end up giving it a bit of a look. I don't know whether or not we're live streaming it though, but more might just be giving it a little bit of a watch and go. Queensland go, says Reed. And also we have got there also New South Wales need to take advantage of a 13-on-12 while they can before old mate's 10 minutes.
The last minute.
They did.
And 1 minute up, 9 to go.
I mean, Kalfusi, we didn't see a huge amount of him. Then he scored the try, and then we saw him a couple more times, and then he did end up giving away that penalty and the yellow card right at the end of the half, which isn't really what you're after, is it?
He was possibly a tad unlucky for the penalty, but it was just sort of a little bit like the yellow card in rugby situation, isn't it? Where everybody else gives away penalties, and then one poor bugger gets sent.
I was watching
but certainly an interesting call, especially in State of Origin League.
See, I thought it was going to be 6 more. I thought I was going to
hear,
rather than the penalty.
Certainly don't normally get sort of those sort of situations go, don't they? They sort of leave it and, like you say, the penalty that we got for holding them down in the play the ball area, we thought that was one of the cricket play the balls.
That Subway sub looked all right, didn't it?
I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I was locked in.
We haven't got a Subway.
No, that's true. We got to wait about 30 minutes, don't we, to drive there.
Yeah.
Currently in the cricket, 63.1 overs down, New Zealand leading by 158 with 189 for 5. Jack Leach just now bowling once again. And we have got...
I saw a stat in the cricket that Trent Bolt, when he got his wicket the other day, it made 800 wickets between him and Southey. That's an impressive number.
As soon as one of them goes, it's going to be...
And I think everybody else only had about 839. Well, Wagner's got a couple of hundred of them.
So yeah, very good bowlers, or a very good combination. I feel like they're our kind of modern day, I guess, I want to say Hadley and Chappell, but that's probably...
Hadley and Chatfield.
Chatfield, that's the one.
Chappell, he was Australian.
I was going to say that's because it's called the Hadley Chappell Cup, isn't it, for one of the competitions? Yeah. So where that
Chappell
came
Hadley
from.
Trophy.
Yeah. You ever taken part in like a bike event? You ever bike anywhere far?
Biked anywhere far? I used to bike to work that was far. It used to take me about 45 minutes, but that's about as far as I've gone on the bike.
It's a long bike ride.
I know. It was a lot longer when you were going home because it always seemed to be in the wind.
Premier League, of course, a very unfortunate time in New Zealand because it's like 3 a.m. when the games kick off, but that's like lunchtime for me, so normally it's all right. Because that's the thing. NRL is going to be on at decent hours. Maybe you come back for more commentary in the future. Me and my bud.
Really?
That's you.
Was that me?
Yep. That's you. It's a right family affair. How come?
I'm supposed to be your dad.
I
got to kick your ass when you get it wrong, so you can't do that if you're your bud.
I see.
So that's the difference between being a parent and a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's still 3 letters, though, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is, but
one of them's the same. Yeah, and also those tasted meatball or those toasted meatball subs are good. I'm still sad about when I tried to get the cheesy garlic bread. Have you had that from Subway, Steve? The cheesy garlic bread sub, right? But they didn't. This is the thing that was stupid about it. I'm still hurting a little bit. They said that they couldn't do the cheesy garlic bread, but they could do garlic butter on the bread.
Yeah.
It's like, what is cheesy garlic bread? Just put some cheese on it.
No cheese at Subway. They're not making pizzas.
Yeah, we'll put cheese in your normal sub off the, like... It's like, who came up with that? And I don't know, but it sounds good. I thought it sounded all right too, to be honest, till I wasn't able to get it due to no cheese being able to touch the bread or something. That's all right. So I love myself a chicken and bacon ranch. First time I ever had it was actually in Australia on our first holiday there, and that was the same holiday with Mayonnaise Man.
Yes, it was Mayonnaise Man.
The guy who decided that just asking for mayonnaise at Subway is not enough, but about 20 lines, was it?
Just overload it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have one of those subs, but what I'm really after is half a bottle of mayonnaise.
Yeah. Strange man.
I'm
sure he enjoyed it though, but...
Well, he clearly liked mayonnaise.
Yeah, but... I mean, there's liking it and there's like trying to fill up a jar when you get home.
It would have actually been hard to eat, I would have thought, because, you know...
It's very sloppy.
It's like biting into a really hot pie and all the mince comes out the side and gets you in the side of the mouth. I could just see him with mayonnaise just dripping down his front.
With a big smile on his face.
With a big smile on his face going, God, I love mayonnaise.
Right, second half. Just have to get out of the way. Here we go.
There are 8 minutes. Okay. Firstly off the field.
That's more than enough time for New South Wales.
So New South Wales kicking, Queensland kicking off. So New South Wales get to hit the ball back. So Queensland are going to muscle up on this one and keep them pinned down in that area.
I'm quite surprised about that stat that was shown earlier on about how close the meterage was.
Yes.
With 34 for New South Wales and 31 for Queensland.
Yeah. Because those earlier ones, they were getting 60, 70 metres.
Although, does the runaway try of Queensland, that would count for metres, wouldn't it? Munster's try.
Yeah. So
that would have helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Tick it up. But other than that, I don't think they had too much. And also, that's pretty much the source I choose. Sounds like me, to be honest, says Steve. Yeah. Wait, so you're just maybe it was you. Were you in Brisbane in like 2008?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Imagine that coincidence. That would be quite Spooky. Without knowing it.
It can be a really small world.
It can be, yeah.
Yep.
Everywhere you go, someone knows someone from Waimate.
We went to our memoriam today.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In Geraldine.
Mm-hmm.
Miles away. One of the ladies that was doing the food was actually your midwife.
Oh, damn. I don't even know who that would be.
You wouldn't, I guess. But anyway, we're back. Back to the league. Small world.
Mm. And also, they're always blowing your pie, says John there. You certainly do need to. Or else you can end up with the sadness of not being able to taste the rest of it.
Mm.
Oh.
It's like when you get bacon with it and they never ever put enough bacon in it to have the bacon taste.
Mm-hmm.
Good yardage by New South Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Starting strong again.
Once again, the youngster Murray. Zio moving almost up to halfway already. And also maybe Logic is Steve Smith. And then also, it's so cool you get to do this with your dad. Besides, just remember though, dads know best. They do. Jeez, that's a big kick.
He's missed it.
And he's missed it, and now he's been able to take it. That was a little high, though. He's going to be lucky.
That went high.
That was an ugly kick to try and take, and it's actually gone back now.
Oh, now they got him offside. Too keen.
Was it offside or was it head high?
Oh, which way is he gone?
See, for me, geez, he's got hold of that.
Hi.
Burton's just sent that to the moon and back.
It'll come down eventually. Last time I went that high, I was on an aeroplane.
Mm. Oh, it's a spiral one as well, which are the ugliest ones in hard conditions.
Did he even get close?
He did all right, but yeah, it's going to be now poor discipline. I'm not too sure whether or not that was offside or whether it was the high shot.
I think they were up too early, I think.
Now New South Wales. Okay, Jai Arrow is past his HIA. Always good news. There he is, I believe. Or actually, sorry, that is Lindsay Collins who has made his way back out there. Oh. He also passed his HIA. So everyone's passing tests today, which is nice. Bit of an achievement, really.
I was going to say something there, but I thought I'd better not.
Was it something to do with the drug test?
No, no, something to do with Australians. But
and also there's a quote from Police 10-7. There's John there for always blowing your pie. Now, a nice short pass from was Jack Grant. I feel like this second half's going to be gone before we know it as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Passing back across Munster. Now linking up nicely on the outside, trying to find the offload. Risky play, but it's going to work out for them currently.
That would have been a good ball to be given a lot earlier than that, though.
See, they're still up to the fifth and final, so someone needs to do something. That was just the kick and behind, pretty much from Ponga.
Might work. Nearly worked.
Tell you what, he had way more chance of that than he should have had, theoretically. Someone should have had that one covered after miss-kicking it. And also we have the thumbs up from John. Well, that one as well. And also we have there, okay. Has the sexiest mullet. Yeah, but it's the name, isn't it? Fa'asua Malua. Tino. Tino. Fa'asua Maliaui. Maliaui. They go really quick, don't they? Maliaui.
Well, they know how to say it.
Yeah, once you've got it down.
Either they don't know how to say it and they're just disguising it.
That's what I used to do. When you say a name extremely quick, no one can tell. Nathan Cleary put a pressure on him, but he does put it high. This time, not quite as high as that last kick, although I don't think anything will be as high as that last kick throughout this match. Now, Kalen Ponga.
And a bit more pressure on him that time, so he didn't get to set himself.
20 metres out from their own line now. New South Wales, just a lie. That is Queensland. You don't want to mix those two up, do you? It's the kind of thing that gets you kicked out of a state. Luckily, we're from New Zealand, so if I got kicked out of here, that would be unfortunate. That's going to be loose.
Dropped.
It's the fumble, and now Brian Toto. Oh, he's almost broken his own ankle there, Burton.
Got a bit stumbly, didn't he?
Didn't quite get through the way that he needed to.
He's back up.
Now back across. Nathan Cleary sells the dummy. Passes back across to James Tedesco. Now the draw pass. Nice hands. Looking for the corner. Munster trying to stop him. Oh, it got stuck underneath him. Brilliant defense from Valentine Holmes there.
If he got to reach out there, he was scoring. He's got long legs. Right?
And the long arms to match, but luckily Holmes was able to shut it down for how long,
They've got him stretched.
Going out the Toto. Once again, dragged down there. Till
Good
10
strength.
metres out. Passes back across now. Nathan Cleary. Pop pass up to Isaiah Yo. James Tedesco with a big fend on Munster. They are sitting in second. Now that will be the third. 10 metres out from the line. Passing off to Isaiah Yo. They have got the numbers. It was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to pass.
All but a pass over the top there.
Now short ball. Oh, that wasn't the ball that you needed. Just a bit forward. Trying to give it straight into the hands of the massive man.
Bombed it.
And that was Junior Polo. Unfortunately for him, I mean, it was a nice little set play other than the fact that it did go wrong. He is all chest, isn't he? Like, I don't know what those muscles are, but they exist for him. Not for myself. And also we have got there without police or with police then 7.
Tell you what, I'd like to have another look at that.
Can they captains challenge it?
Looks worse from there, but it didn't actually look that bad from the side on view.
I think Junior Solo a little bit disappointed with that one. And also I remember Skinhead using his head to slam it through the fence. In my opinion, he should have had an HIA. That's the thing. Police 10-7, I feel like it's one of those ones that you just see how almost casual / too laid back some Kiwis are, whether it's the police or whether it is the person getting arrested. Like some people, you wouldn't think they're being arrested. You think they're just getting talked to. They're just like, g'day, officer. You were going 150. Oh, sorry about that. Whoops.
Oh, that was a bit quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, but did you hear the purr of the engine? And the officer, yeah, it was decent, wasn't it? Maybe do it on the speedway next time. No worries, mate. Yeah, see you later. Grant. Passing back, and also did they bring like a bit of orange cards into rugby recently, or is it still the old red yellow? It's just a rumor I heard, says Steve Smith. They have been talking about Tedesco.
Did you see what happened there?
No, but he didn't look like he was too comfortable with the way that one was going. Did he get like a pass that just really didn't need to be made?
He got a pass that went from absolutely nowhere and just bounced around all over the place. He missed the guy who he was trying to pass to by about 10 feet.
Now Tedesco, ball on the outside, off to Martin now. Being dragged down. But yeah, right? I know that they are talking about new rules maybe getting added in. For now, the red card in some competitions is 20 minutes. Other competitions, it is the full match, which I feel like they need some sort of consistency.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Rugby, they've thrown out the 20-minute red card.
Have they?
Yep.
So it's back to now full-time red.
Yep.
Okay.
Full-time red for the World Cup and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy about it. Everybody's worried about somebody getting a silly red card in the first. It's opening up.
Isaiah Yo as well, getting that ball now up to fifth and final. Those were very easy meters. I think that was about a 70-meter, 75 gained. And now New South Wales, Tedesco with the cutout pass. Nice ball on the inside. Tedesco's staying. No, that's not Tedesco staying down. That is old Strat Boy around the head. What was his name? Cameron Murray.
Strat Boy.
Strat Boy sounds like a nickname that you don't really want. Polo goes bang.
Right, that's Kafusi back out there. Must be back on.
Right, starting to get it. Oh, that was even an aggressive put down there.
He got a welcome back, didn't he?
And also, too many rules, though, in rugby these days, says Steve Smith. Yeah, the amount of stop-start. Like, for me, scrum resets are one of the first things that they need to look at. Because sometimes they have 3 scrum resets. It takes like 4 minutes of the game and they don't accomplish anything. It's just like pretty much exactly where they were.
And eventually the referee gets bored and then he just blows a penalty for the sake of blowing a penalty.
I think it should be you're allowed 1 scrum reset. Anything more is either a penalty or a free kick to a side, but they aren't allowed to reset with another scrum. Because resetting with another scrum just takes longer, doesn't it? But it's a weird one. 50-22. Do you like the 50-22 rule? No. Okay.
The Rugby League rule.
See, I know a lot of people were sad when the 5-meter scrum got taken out.
Yep.
Because you go from being hot on attack to being held up, and then you go back to halfway.
Hot on attack. You got a guy that can kick it 50 meters from a drop kick, and you're back to 40 meters out from your goal line after attacking almost to the point where you score a try. Yeah, no, not for me.
It's gone high now, Nathan Cleary.
This is high again.
Waiting for it. It's going to be. That's a knock on, isn't it?
It's got to be the Blues ball.
It is the Blues now.
Good pressure.
10 minutes already gone in the second half.
Yeah, I know.
As IAO.
New South Wales is starting to stretch him.
Good run. Trying to break through, but Ponga and Grant drag him down.
And finding holes. I think the try's coming. Here it comes.
There it is.
There it is.
And it's going to be the try for Daniel Tupou. He does manage to score it there. The celebration. Law loves jumping. Hey.
He does, yeah.
Loves jumping into the celebration. And also they should just do a tap and go if the scrum goes too long. Yeah. Yep. I mean, Sevens has got it on the right track. Pretty much penalty. And they go, yep, okay, back.
We're off.
We're off again. And it just keeps the game flowing and keeps it alive. And also, does your dad like the 20-minute red card in Super Rugby?
Yep, I do. Because half of the red cards that are given out are for stupid rules or stupid instances of either accidental. The only time a red card should be full red card is for acts of brain dead foul play. So I think there's actually room for both. You could have a 20-minute red card for anything that's debatable, and straight foul play ones or straight thuggery, etc. Could be a full red.
Yeah, anything you feel could be a suspension, I think, should be worth a.
Well, even some of those are dubious with the rules that you've got now for rugby. You know, it's like that one the other day. You get an accidental head clash where two players slip into each other and knock heads, and one guy gets sent. You know, he's gone in to make a legitimate tackle, used his arms and done everything right. And because it's a bit greasy on top and two players changing directions when everybody runs at 100 miles an hour now in rugby, and they smack heads and somehow or other it's somebody's fault.
Also, we have got try from Steve. Now, normally that is an emoji on the main channel.
Oh,
okay. So he's done a bit of the, I guess you could say, slight Kiwi or Aussie ingenuity.
He's ad-libbed it.
I guess, right? Yeah.
He's ad-libbed it.
And Police 10-7 is one of those top shows in America. Americans love it. Can't believe our cops don't have guns all the time, not just weapon-related situations. So here's John there as well. That kick has gone over, and now the score 20 points to 12. Did you see the Barbarians beat Spain? Who was in the Barbarian squad, says Xavier. I didn't actually get to watch that game, sadly. They weren't showing it here in New Zealand. But I know that the Barbarians, from the game that I saw where they did beat England, they won at 52 points to about 26.
Quite comfortably, yep.
Did you see George Cruz's goal kicking?
Yep.
The back heel, against his old club.
Just in case.
Yeah, the old national team in his retirement match. I feel like it was a good send-off.
I wonder how many times he practiced it to actually have the confidence to do it. And make himself not look absolutely stupid if it didn't come off properly. But anyway, 20 to 12. This is big now.
South Wales with an 8-point lead. Polo, that's big.
That's big contact. Big contact. All right.
Rolling back once again. Nice low tackle on the try scorer there.
Yeah, the Reds have to be the next team to score here.
Slinging it back across. That's that number 14. I'm just going to quickly check the name. It is Damien Cook, yep. I recognise the face. He's kind of got that facial hair that makes him look like he's not really from Australia, but he is.
Oh.
Like he's kind of, see that? It's kind of like the mustache and the kind of mini goatee.
Oh. Right.
Okay, that's Jake Travojevic.
Yep.
Okay, he's not the face that we're after. A little bit of pressure on Burden. He didn't quite get that one as high as he wanted for the last one.
It's a bit longer.
Now, Kalen Ponga trying to step. Great tackle,
Good line by New South Wales.
Like headband. What's happened to Josh Papali'i? Is it the same as the first game how he got the first 10 minutes and they take him off and give him the last 10?
Don't know.
Because that's what happened in the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or the first one, sorry.
This is the second one.
Yeah, he played 5-10 minutes at the start. They took him off and he didn't get to return until the end of the match. Polo having a bit of a push and a shove. He's not going to quite. Oh, he has made the low tackle there. Good tackle from the big man.
Oh, that hurt him too. Hey?
Well, it'll be hard on the knees.
18 stone falling on the back of your knees.
I mean, the crowd can boo all they like, but I didn't see them getting their legs crushed.
Yeah, exactly.
Cherry Evans kicks it high. There's got to be some sort of sympathy for that situation, doesn't there? Now, Luai. It's back across to Burton. You know, he's wincing a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Have you noticed how anytime someone scores a try after that, they seem to be more prominent? And I don't think it's just because we're looking out for them more. Because that guy, Daniel Tupou, 3 or 4 carries.
They just get a wee burst of energy, I think. That's a good run by Tedesco.
That's brilliant. That's about, 20 metres in the singular run there around dummy.
Straight up the middle.
Now Cleary puts it high. For this one to come down. Oh, that was almost slapped back, but didn't quite get to it. There's a bit of a drift in the air, isn't there?
Nah, that was just a deliberate knock on. Right?
No, like the guy who went up for it for Queensland,
that wasn't an LBW decision that they were appealing there.
New Zealand are now 6 down, I see. It's not out, so maybe it was just reversed. Back. Yeah, okay.
So just appealed that. It would have gone this high, higher than my stubby, over the top of the stumps. Here it is. What's this got going for it?
Not a lot. Very bouncy. No. Cameron Smith. He is going to be hoping that the Queenslanders can get themselves back into this contest. Daly, Cherry Evans. But yeah, the fullback, I think it was Kalen Ponga, didn't look like he had that one controlled at all.
No.
When he went up for it, which normally he's good under a high ball. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it's going downhill or something. That's a good kick in behind.
It's found a bit of space.
Brian To'o.
Got to trap him in the corner here, though.
Oh, good tackle.
Good tackle.
Had to be made, or else he could have made an extra 20 or so metres himself. Now, once again, Burden.
He was getting lined up there. He's done well to miss that.
Well, he is also, since scoring his try, he's not afraid to get in there.
He's playing well.
And take the contact as well.
Yeah, here's the other try scorer.
Yep.
Nice.
Everyone wants that chance to get the double.
Oh, well.
So I go inside border polo.
I suppose if you score a try, you put yourself in line for man of the match.
Do you win a car for this one or what?
No, not sure.
One of them you win a car, don't you, if you get man of the match? It's a good kick.
That's a good kick.
That's a great kick. Always just kept in the field of play there. A little bit of a tightrope walking. He's gone down just short. Selwyn Cobbo, brilliantly done to keep him just in the field of play. He almost left that a little bit too long to go after it.
Right. He was playing with 6 inches there.
So much I could say.
I can see your wee mind ticking over. That's a good run.
Nice run once again.
That's a good run when they had to go forward.
Cameron Munster. I'm back across. Valentine Holmes goes down. That is the 5th and final already. Only 27 metres gained that time. Go kick him behind from Daly, Cherry Evans. Waiting for that one. Now, James Tedesco. It looks like if he has changed his boots at halftime, they've certainly worked because these ones are sticking a lot better now.
Yeah.
Gives it off to Brian To'o. Back to the short side, Tedesco. And he got cleaned up. But he's also one of those guys that in the later stages, last 20 minutes is when Tedesco comes alive.
Yeah.
In a game of State of Origin.
He certainly leads from the front anyway. He's a workhorse.
That's the thing. I think Munster is also going to have to play that same role because he was good in that first half. But he needs, I guess really you could call it the first half of the Origin series because 1.5 games.
Yep.
Been very impressive going for man of the tournament perhaps. Now Nathan Cleary just going for the little chip in behind. He's going to just stay in and now Kalen Ponga.
Good chase.
That's a goal line dropout now, isn't it?
Good chase.
Nicely done by that was Crichton who got after that one, Stephen Crichton. Now, 57 minutes through this game, only 23 left to decide who wins this matchup.
23?
If Queensland win it,
we're nearly halfway through this half already.
Yep. It's weird, isn't it? Some games fly by, some other games go quite slow, but this game has been anything but slow. Nice kick off long. Tedesco takes it. Yep, that's who you want to give it to. Huss goes straight at the line.
I'd like to see him run harder.
I thought he was going to be honest.
Crank it up, big boy, and hit that line.
Cleary back to Travojevic. Now nice backline movement here.
New South Wales backline starting to come into play.
Once again, getting back up to his feet there was Burton. Jerome Luai going through, breaking a couple tackles.
Oh, too easy.
He scores it.
Too easy.
And he's not the one doing the jump in this time because he's the one doing the scoring. Jerome Luai. It's a Panthers party at the moment.
20 metres out, and they all just watched him.
We've seen Brian Toto score. We've seen Jerome Luai score now. New South Wales get themselves a 12-point lead with the kick to come.
No runners. It was the only one that was playing the ball. Only one in the whole picture almost. Look at this.
What happens here? Straight through one tackle.
Straight.
Question is, why was it Jeremiah Nanai as the one man marking him in that situation? It was a mismatch, to say the least. Just didn't get onto him.
Outside him.
Slams the ball down as well. The W.
Too easy.
Very happy. Well, Tyler's got a good vertical leap, doesn't he? He was the one in the background doing a few of those running in the air before you start sprinting again. And try. CST Smith as well. Jerome Luai, 4 runs, 2 tackle breaks. That was almost both of them right there, wasn't it? It's just...
Gotta do better than that.
It's just not great defence, is it?
Not great defence. Big man on wee man. He shouldn't be fatigued. He's a reserve. He's just come on. He's still got a clean jersey. Just a big step to the left and gone.
Not a lot of cover there. I have just completely forgot about this. Says Patty, is in like the State of Origin game, or is in what, Patty? I feel like it's the sleep deprivation from the weekend. We did stay up to random hours doing live streams.
True.
Throughout the weekend, yep. And we have got an even hectic weekend. I'm going to list you the international fixtures of rugby that are coming up this weekend. And you will absolutely be, I guess, not so much shocked, but just, I guess, intrigued could be a good word for it. So, first of all, there is Australia A versus Samoa. Okay? So, pretty much Australia versus Samoa, just a few other names getting thrown in there. Then alongside that, nice curling one there. And beautifully done for Nathan Cleary, and now it makes the score 26 points to 12 now. And Maroons, here's Ganzi there. And I was going to make because Crime, mate, of course, supports Queensland, and he will not be liking this one too much.
Queensland got a big hurdle to climb now.
Definitely with that, like, easy run through, I think will hurt a little bit more.
14 points. Queensland got to score shortly. And this has got a chance to run away on them, I think.
Yes, so it is Samoa A versus Australia, Fiji versus Tonga. It's going to be a big old fest of big shots and all sorts. Then it is Ireland versus New Zealand, Australia versus England, South Africa versus Wales, and then Argentina versus Scotland.
Oh, okay. So we're back into that.
All in a row.
Excellent.
I
heard that.
He felt that one.
Oh.
Geez, max speeds 35 kilometres an hour for Murray in this match. Brian Tyler, 31. Munster, 31. Cleary with 31.6. And then also Martin has got up to 32.4. That's impressive for Martin. He's a number 12. Jake Travojevic. Okay, Swallow, thanks for the commentary. He says, Abakesh, no worries at all, mate. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got plenty more coming in the near future. Also, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. It is the pinned comment. And what we have got on there is a few of our videos to do with Rugby League Live 4. We actually started a career mode for the Warriors. Ponga's taken it nicely. That is a better take. It does look awkward to take, though, down that end.
Yeah. Don't know if there's any breeze blowing or anything like that. You wouldn't think there'd be that much breeze in closed-in stadium like that or covered in. But
the lights? Maybe the lights around the ring? It's the only thing that I can think of. Maybe you get a glimpse of them and then you go like this before you catch the ball. You just blink and flat out.
Picking it up, yeah.
Running sideways now. Valentine Holmes. And also it makes you question why call it Australia A. I don't get it. Just say Australia. It's like the Sevens. It was the Australia selection today we're playing. And it's like, it's Australia. Like, I can understand it for the Black Ferns Punga and the Black Ferns Ma because there's 2 New Zealand sides, but it's just Australia.
Yeah. It's to try and downplay it a bit. Basically. So they're going, this is not our number 1 team, just in case they get beaten, even though everybody knows that it's their number 1 team. It's just a play on words, basically.
And also, Game 3, stop Maroons. Game 3, stop Maroons. And there's of course, the game is going to be coming up at Suncorp Stadium. Will you be joining me for that game as well, the decider?
I would imagine so.
That is good news, isn't it?
That's a good ball.
Nicely taken by Damien Cook now. Who does Cook play for? I think is he a Rabbitohs? No. Who does Damien Cook play for in the NRL, ladies and gentlemen? Do let me know. Looks very familiar. Well, I know who he is. I just can't think of the kit that he wears. I think it is the Rabbitohs. Or could be Roosters. Might start with R.
Oh, ball fell down.
No. Being dropped as well by Nathan Cleary there in the breakdown.
He's going to look at the replay to see if he's got an option. That guy's legs are still hurting from where that big fella fell on them.
Oh, so I thought normally means number one defeats the purpose a lot. But yeah, I guess Australia A rather than Australia, like theoretically Australia B would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you can't call them B team.
Yeah, nah. I'm too Kiwi at times.
There we go. He's had a look at the replay and now he's decided to challenge it. And clearly he had half a finger on it. He's got his pinky on it. Look. He's got just a little bit of a pinky. Wait for it. It's half a knock.
Drop that cold is the comment from the commentator.
It's not quite cold. He's got his hand there, but he certainly has. I don't think he's intentionally played at it. He's just let it go.
Unsuccessful challenge there. That will mean that they've got the last about 20 minutes or so. In fact, 17 minutes is already down to. Okay, there he is. So it was Sasifa Talakai who was on debut.
He's a mini version of the other fella.
Of Solo, yeah. Almost same haircut as well.
Right?
The fact that he's a mini version, he's probably still, 120 kgs, somewhere around.
They could be brothers. Well, they do. Swap one for the other.
Oh, stripped. 1-on-1.
Oh, come on.
I think Valentine Holmes is asking, saying, was there two men involved in that one? But I think the other man released, didn't he? And now the turnover. Now they've got Haas. Also, if Polo's still out on the field and they've got Talakai as well, that is just pretty much brute force, run after run. Jake Travojevic, he loves to make a few extra meters as well. This is danger now. Damien Cook is the Rabbitohs. Says John there as well.
This is danger for Queensland.
Now stepping Nathan Cleary. Everyone slips. And Cleary scores. And he has just made up for that area that he had before. Oh, it's a dog pile. Are there any Bulldogs in there?
She's a blueberry pie, that one.
Nicely done by Nathan Cleary. You were right, Hamish. And as well says John, but Nathan Cleary, I mentioned it was a Panthers party earlier on. And I didn't think I would be adding that name, Nathan Cleary, to that list, purely because normally it's more likely to be that setup, but it's worked out perfectly for them. This game's done, says Steve as well. Yep. There shouldn't be any fighting back here.
You reckon that's a one-on-one strip?
I thought initially there were two men in there, but
three in the tackle for a start, and then right at the last second,
everyone kind of cleared out.
Everybody bails off, and the Blues guy comes up with the ball.
But I would have thought if they have a captain's challenge, Queensland, they would have tried. First try in Origin.
On
Nathan Cleary. He was paying a bit to score, I did see, because he just doesn't normally, does he? He's had a few try assists, of course.
I think this is going to be a rort.
A rort?
I don't think New South Wales are done yet.
That's a classic word.
Hey, you like that word?
I've never heard of rort. Is it R-O-W-T or R-O-U-R-T?
That's a route, basically.
Route?
Yeah.
Rort like cord except with an R?
Something like that.
Okay.
All right. I think Queensland are going to get a slapping here. I think she's going to be all on the young and old at Brisbane. All right.
Now 32 points to 12.
There's no way back for Queensland here. I think New South Wales are finishing all over the top of them.
Currently, they've decided it's a good time to show a bit of an ad before the Queensland supporters leave.
Could be.
Strategic, the Isuzu D-Max. We're going to shout it out. If they want to send us one, we'd get driving Isuzu D-Max, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we'd probably drive one if they gave us one.
Yeah. Everyone just slipped over there. Goes back to what we were saying earlier on about the slip and slide a little bit there. And also we have got the laughing faces at you as well from Nathan.
Short kickoff.
Ooh.
Went backwards. What? What was that?
That is unorthodox. Okay, so he tried to go short with his right foot to the right. It was like they're saying normally if you're going short, you go to your left, try and retain it. But this is well and truly backfired because now...
He shanked it off the side of his foot and kicked it 10 metres back.
Now New South Wales, I mean, it's leading to your point a little bit more, isn't it? With the fact that there's a good chance that we could see possibly another try coming up very soon. Nice tackle made there by Carrigan on Jake Travojevic, who for me has been a quiet yet effective aspect of this game.
Yeah, he's done the classic props job, basically. Hit it up strong all day, made tackles. Oh, the Reds are starting to open up a bit.
Holmes did not make much of a tackle attempt there. He just kind of left the arm out, got slapped away. Now Nathan Cleary, he goes through, and he's got the double. I tell you what, anyone who predicted him to get the double first definitely wouldn't have been thinking that they were getting paid today. But Nathan Cleary, the man scores his first try of Origin, and now he's got his first double as well in the same fixture. Could he have a hat trick just around the corner?
I wouldn't back against it if Queensland aren't going to tackle.
What tactic do you go for off kickoff now for Queensland?
Well,
not that one.
I think I'll bang it long because I'll be trying to stall so they don't get 50 points put on them.
That's poor defense.
Huh?
He's just let him go straight through, hasn't he? It wasn't even a fancy pass or anything. Sold the dummy, went straight through. Kalen Ponga wrong-footed. And also we have got there the cowboy hats from Jacqueline there and the low from Steve Smith as well. I mean, the crowd is certainly getting their money worth when it comes to the tries.
Oh,
see that?
Some of the crowd will be happy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some people will be happy that the beer hopefully isn't too expensive. Drown the sorrows. See, this is probably one of the better performances we've seen in a second half that hasn't really involved Tedesco as much as you'd normally see anyway.
3 minutes to score that try.
There you go. Last 5 tries. Toto in the 40th, Tupou in the 51st, and there was another one at about the 54th.
Yeah.
And then 2 more tries for Nathan Cleary in the span of about 7 minutes. Oh, in fact, sorry, 3 minutes.
No.
No, so you're right, Dad. They ran out of time. Says King T there as well. You know what? We're going to say yes or no in the chat. Can Cleary somehow turn this into a hat-trick performance for himself? He's got 12 minutes. The likeliness, I would say, if we were looking at odds-wise, probably about 3%. Maybe a little bit higher, about 15.
No, I think they're starting to cut him up the middle. So I think him and Leo, is it?
Brian Toto, is it?
No,
Jerome Luai.
Yeah. I think they're both odds on to score the next try.
And also Cleary as well, says Nathan with the 100. And also wouldn't be surprised if the beer's expensive. The inflation right now is out of control, says D. Smith there. Because that's the worst part. If you're going to drink to try and forget the game and you're paying like $20 a little glass, like you're going to have to forget pretty much buying anything else for the week as well.
Well, you just forget about eating and just take your punishment. You know, eating's cheating.
Yeah. Oh, Toto's tackled himself there. Showing Daly Cherry Evans in the background. He won't be too happy with how the second half's gone. Remember when it was 14-12 at halftime?
Yep, and they were in the game.
Oh, is that headband man that he's now actually lost the headband?
Probably got his headband pulled off there.
Yeah, he has. I think he was asking for a penalty there. Tedesco now selling the dummy. When this man starts stepping, you know that you're normally in a little bit of trouble.
There's a few arms flailing around from Queensland that are actually getting nobody.
43 metres gained. High kick once again. It is going to be Burton.
High and wobbly.
Geez, that was not a fun one to take. That kind of just went and then it stopped.
That's a pretty good run back from that guy.
Oh, winning the penalty as well. I think that's Cobbo.
I think that's just an even up because that was a pretty soft penalty, actually. Nobody was doing anything there.
Damien Cook, the man who has been penalised there for New South Wales. But I will mention anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back with the third game.
Reverse sweep.
Yeah, Daryl Mitchell loves a reverse sweep. He actually plays it better than the orthodox sweep.
A reverse sweep, and he dragged it around that far that he put it between the wicket keeper and first slip. Easy 4.
Kalfusi now. Passes it back across Daly Cherry Evans. First time Queensland have really had the ball in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, basically. Yep. They're going to get a second tackle with it anyway.
Right, this is where a hand. Oh. Wow, that's a good shot on Kalen Ponga. Driven backwards by Cleary.
Down by Cleary. Right? They've got a bit of confidence up now, haven't they?
Back on the inside to
Tino. Oh, one-on-one strip.
Fasua Malalali. It's a one-on-one strip and it is going to be stolen. That is actually not Paulo. No, it is Paulo. There's his bro. He's just bumped off a tackle as well.
Right.
They look so familiar or like similar, don't they?
Right. It's Paulo 1 and 2.
James Tedesco, nice run. Last kind of 2 minutes or so, he has started making a lot more. Nathan Cleary, distance he's covered 8.2 kilometers, running meters 94, intensity is 102 meters.
That's a good
minute.
run by.
So that's huge because that intensity is higher than any NRL team on average, I believe, throughout this whole season, and about 10 to 15, I think it is. Something along those lines. So he's been working hard for himself. It is freezing at the moment, but we are at the 5th and final now. Kicked high. Waiting for it. What goes up must come down, and it's going to be a nice take. Couple meters out from his own line. Looked like he was going to be passing it back like it was a...
Oh.
What's happened here?
Oh.
Okay, Kalen Pong has been taken off for an HIA, which is why that's been stopped. I thought it was a knock on.
Tried to push the ball out the back.
I thought he was playing union for a second there. He looked like he was setting it up, put their hand on it, cover the face, and then wait for the forwards to ruck over you. Hey, it's Papa Lee back again.
Oh,
he's got his clipboard and everything.
They saved him for 9 minutes.
I would have thought you'd bring him on when that momentum started shifting, to be honest. That was a good shot from Cleary. Bang, slams him down as well. Gave him every inch of the shoulder. That wasn't a big meter, was it? Well, it was a meter, in fact. Now Grant goes back across to Fa'asuwa Ali.
Tino.
I'm going to get it one day. Game 3, it's going to happen. It's because I try and say it too quick, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, because it doesn't sound as cool when you say Fa'asuwa Male'ali.
No.
Fa'asuwa.
The game's faster than that.
That's going to be 5th and final, only making about maybe 30, 37. And then there, he was lined up.
Good pressure. Good pressure on Daly Cherry Evans.
Ball sits up now. Tack and run. Nice couple fends there from Tupou.
Nearly got through.
Good low tackle on him, though, by Michael Hooper, a.k.a. It was...
Oh, there's a good run.
I like how I can remember him as Michael Hooper better than Harry Grant. Taken down. Oh, Cleary's on report for that tackle on Ponga. And the commentator has just said, what for tackling him too hard?
Yeah, being a bully.
Tedesco.
Being a bully.
Nice little suplex there. Oh, he's rubbing his head in the ground a little bit as well in the process. Cleary back across now. That is to Paulo. Last tackle release here. One last opportunity now. The kick is going up from Cleary. He's got plenty of height on that. They're learning that the bombs are the ones that you can't let it bounce. You can't let it bounce. And now Munster has the try clean up. He's thrown it away. Oh, and it's going to be possibly a bit of obstruction there, but they make their way up to the 15. Jeez. Anyone who goes to Queensland in the stands would have had their hearts in their mouths there watching that. Now Munster sells the dummy. Tackled by Cleary as well. Oh, why would you?
He tried to pass it.
He tried to offload it, and now it's the advantage to New South Wales. Toe up the middle, and now he's only a few meters out. Right, Cleary is the hat-trick just around the corner here for him. Who do they go to in the end? It's a rough pass, but Cleary has been able to clean it up. They're still only on their first as well, so really you just set this, don't you? And try and get yourself,
He tried to throw that to Tedesco running back into position. Didn't want.
Now Paulo once again Moves up to only 10 metres, out tackled by Josh Pubberley. He's good at sneaking those extra few metres, isn't he, Polo? Tedesco, wow. Big shot there, but he's got straight back up to his feet, and he looks fine as well. Now off, that's a gap. And that is a gap, pardon, like the Red Sea.
Could be a shepherd. They'll have a look at it.
Crichton, he might have scored that one.
He scored a try.
It's going to be the try. Mistakes were made. Many mistakes in a row. I don't know whether or not Queensland there were trying to keep that ball alive for the sake of trying to get closer in this match, but all it led to was cheaply giving up the ball. Now New South Wales 42 points to 12 up.
Giving up the ball, giving up field position.
Good shot. To be fair, he was all done for money if it went on the outside, so he had to put in the shot on him to make sure.
Yeah, no, easy try.
Easy try for Crichton. Jeez, it's becoming a bit of a field day. Oh. Okay, are they saying Jake Travojevic, maybe a little bit of obstruction there?
I don't think anybody was making the tackle anyway.
Although the problem is the rule book, even if you're not making the tackle, if there's contact.
No.
Crichton.
He's called it a try.
It is going to be the try. One try, first of his career. Could be the first of many for the youngster as well. He wasn't getting to him anyway, I don't think.
No.
For Kalfusi. Oh, Lord, the hell happened here? Well, it's a good question. It has just completely, because of the score, you see. 44 points to 12. It was 14-12 at halftime. They have scored 5 unanswered tries in the second half.
Yeah.
And there's still 5 minutes left.
Yeah. This goes over, they're getting 50.
Oh, that's a bold call. There's now going to be 44 points to 12. What we're going to quickly do is we're going to skip forward about 10 seconds so that we are back up to being live, because we did fall behind when it did glitch a little bit before. Here we go. While they are still making their way back to the halfway line. Right. So we head into the sheds and preview the Game 3 decider. They've got there. So, of course, Suncorp Stadium and Warriors. Is that you? Says Patty. No, they're normally better in the second half, aren't they? They normally fight back a little bit.
Yeah, no, the Warriors normally awful for the first 20.
Yeah, they just forget what to do for the first little. Wow, that's a bit of contact there for Crichton.
And they come back and play some decent league in the game and get close and lose by about 2 points.
6 more? No.
Could have been, but it was only first tackle anyway.
Yeah, but we saw that penalty given in the first half for a lot less than that.
Well, a lot less than that, basically, but I think the referee's starting to feel sorry for Queensland a wee bit.
Oh, the big man, Polo.
That's a good run.
Taken down low. And you know it's trouble when you're starting to see the big men also making those extra meters from outpacing a defensive line.
Yep.
Rather than just using that pure size.
Yeah, they're just marching forward here.
Nathan Cleary off now. Good run forward from
Polo
the man on the debut, Talakai. Now high kick from Cleary. This might be danger. No, nicely taken. It's going to be a penalty, though, and I believe that's for shepherding. Holmes was in front. Oh, no. Daniel Tupou actually in front of the kicker there, so a little bit lucky there. I think straight away Queensland were like, no, we didn't do it, ref.
Yeah.
Because he thought he was... The fact that he said, no, it wasn't me, kind of tells you everything you need to know a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't me running a block, sir.
Run forward from Holmes.
Haven't seen a lot of him in the game.
No, Valentine Holmes. And also Dane Gagai.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Haven't seen anything of Gagai. I can remember his name being called once, I think.
What else haven't we seen too much in this match? I mean, of course, a few of the forwards have been a little bit quieter than you normally, I guess, expect. See, every name that I read there for the Blues backline has done something. Tedesco, Brian Toto, Matt Burden, Stephen Crichton.
We've got a review here on something.
Oh, dangerous tackle.
Cannonball.
Oh, that's the one where you crush the neck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which can hurt quite a bit. And also, lately they haven't done good in the second half, although they haven't done good in the first either. So, I mean, it's, just unfortunate for them on a slow down Blues. You got this one. Here's King T as well. So now it's going to be the penalty to Queensland, and they will be able to take the quick tap. I always call it a quick tap, even though it's not really a quick tap, is it? Because it's more you're going up to the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's actually rolled back. Oh, a little knock on. Unfortunately, was what we just missed there by skipping forward. So just a little fumble. It's disappointing for Hooper 2.0. Right. 1 minute 40 left. I don't believe...
You reckon?
I don't believe Queensland is scoring again, was what I was going to say.
No.
And I was still deciding in my head whether or not New South Wales are. Because if the defence is anything to go by, and if that phase there is anything to go by, you'd think they're going to get at least up to halfway, maybe even further. Back across to Polo. Bounces off. Was his opposite number taking him down there, Carrier?
No, we're slowing it down, winding the clock down.
I guess the last thing you want here is injuries, isn't it? Good tackle from Papali. Still plenty of energy left in his tank. Travojevic slings it back. Straight to Jerome Loy. Okay. Tedesco. Okay. So the exact same score as it was in Perth last time.
Yeah.
That it did take place.
How interesting.
Yeah. Quite a common one, right? Kicking behind. Almost juggling, but nicely taken. Now one last attack. 30 seconds on the board here for Queensland. Taken down low. Slowing it down. Nicely done, I guess. He's not going to call it. You can get away with it, can't you? Jake move. Handshakes all round for the New South Wales coaches. They know their job's done. Of course, it wouldn't have been this game without the last carry almost of the match being Tino Suamale. That is full time. And the winner of this match, 44 points to 12, New South Wales. And it was try, says Steve Smith. And that is literally what it was for New South Wales in the second half. Try.
It's going to be a bit of Queensland licking wounds in this one.
5 unanswered tries in that second half.
Complete domination by New South Wales in the second half.
That completely changed the format of the game. It looked close.
Yeah.
Originally, I was going to list all of the try scorers throughout this match, but I realized we've had almost too many. Man of the match, who would you give it to? I know you were drifting towards Burton at one point, but with what Cleary did later on, did he?
They'll probably decide that Cleary will get it.
You think?
Yeah, I think they'll give it to him because he was so quiet in the first one. I think I'll give it to him in this one.
And those 2 try assists probably.
2 tries certainly help, but
did he miss a kick? I don't think he did.
And saying that, he scored 2 tries when Queensland were basically busted open and tackling became optional.
Jerome Loy, he looks relatively happy with the performance. If you had to pick one player for the Queenslanders who stepped up in this matchup, I mean, Munster still played well, I thought. Even though he was quiet in that second half, no one really in that second half was huge for them. He did all right.
He was busy.
He was busy because you knew when he got the ball because I couldn't say his name.
Yep.
And
he was probably the pick of them, I think.
Ponga was all right, but the high ball, he looked a little bit suspect.
They got shaky towards the end, but they were just getting peppered with it towards the end.
Then off the bench, I'd say Polo was looking pretty solid. The Mazzard
was a bit of an interesting call there. Lockie had just asked him if he must have felt like tackling all night. Well, they weren't in the second half.
No, they missed quite a few, didn't they? And also, we're going to want an Abu Blues says, other question also, Police Cricket Student says, Rice, I don't think we are going to have any cricket tonight, but we will be having the cricket tomorrow night for day 5 of the test match. But currently, New Zealand's still 5 down, and we will have to wait and see whether or not they can get themselves around a 300 lead. Perhaps could be the goal by the end of the day. Just looking through very quickly. I'm just going to have a look. Yeah. Polo, and then probably Kerrigan, I'd say, was probably the pick of the bench for Queensland. He seemed to be quite prominent. Harry Grant was up there, but then he had that last little drop ball that probably affected it a little bit for him as well. But I guess any last remarks on the State of Origin game that we just witnessed?
No. Queensland got a man up for this third one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Started off physical. Just disappeared, didn't it?
I couldn't match it. They just, no. It was actually a disappointing finish to the game, I believe.
For Queensland, or?
Well, for a Queensland supporter. But, intensity just seemed to fall off at half time. They got the man sent to the bin. Everybody sort of shut down and died. Too many easy yards.
And then those little mistakes near the end, like the offloading it back to give it straight to Queensland or to New South Wales.
When you get outside 12 points and all the rest of it, they've sort of started to run out of time and they had to push it a little bit. But a couple of strip balls and things like that, well, that shouldn't happen. You've got to be more onto it than that, especially after the first one.
I feel like that's a very good point as well. Play a 40-minute game, Queensland.
Yep.
First half was their half. Second half was anything but their half. Oh. Okay, Tedesco saying they were a lot hungry in the second half. Maybe they didn't get fed at halftime. That was the problem.
Maybe Queensland overfed.
The coach said, no food for you guys till you win this game by 30 plus. And they went, yeah, all right.
Right.
And Oven also, thanks for the update, Hamish. See you on the next one. Good night, Dad, says King T as well.
King T.
Thank you very much for coming for the State of Origin.
That's right.
Hope you enjoyed the commentary side of things.
Yeah. That was all right. Bit more intensity from Queensland next time.
And solid comeback from New South Wales. Boom, 32 points. Because did they score the third try of the match? Or did they score, were they 12-6 down? Or were they 12-6 up? And then 12... I think it was 8.
Well, they scored right at the death in the half, didn't they?
It was 8-6 at one point, wasn't it? Yeah.
So they've scored, it was 14-12 at half time, wasn't it? So they've scored 36 points unanswered.
In 40 minutes, really.
Yeah, 41, 42 minutes.
So,
no.
No. Can't really argue with the stats there, can you?
Soft. It's a game of tackle.
How do you think it's going to go with Nathan Cleary, though? Because if he gets suspended for that tackle on Kalen Ponga.
They'll let him back for Origin.
You think?
Yeah. He'll get suspended for 1 week.
Is that 1 week at Origin or 1 week at NRL?
No, they played it in the NRL. And then that frees them up to come back. Yeah. The biggest racket out.
I'm just going to have a quick look to make sure that I know the date of the next match, because I think it's in about 3 weeks' time that it is going to be taking place. 13th of July, 1 day before me mummy's birthday.
Bing, bing.
I was going to say my mumsy, but I accidentally said mummy, I think, because they combine the two of them in there as well. But
a birthday present for mumsy of New South Wales ones.
It will be, because it will actually tick over into the birthday spirits as well.
Yep.
When the clock strikes 12 and the mum strikes still very young.
Right. Cricket update. New Zealand lead by 218 runs. Currently sitting basically 250 for 5. Second new ball is due in 1 over, so that'll make it interesting.
And also 9 minutes till lunch.
9 minutes till lunch. We had a really good lunch yesterday, didn't we? Everybody got fed up and then they all went out. There must have been leftovers still left on the table and everybody wanted to get back to them.
Would you take the new ball with like 2 overs left of the session, or would you just kind of close it out without warming up a fast bowler to then take a break for 40 minutes?
Yeah, no, you just play out with the old ball, I'd say.
Yeah. I'm not mad because we will win at Suncorp, says Heath there, and also it's 13 and over, says King T as well. But that is a happy looking side, or everyone's smiling except Jerome Luai, who really loves his hand signals, doesn't he? When he scored the try, it was the W. That one was the kind of, what's that one, the rock on?
Yeah.
Excited for the next matchup taking place on the 13th of July. We will be back for that match as well, ladies and gentlemen, on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Gaming if you haven't already. It is the pinned comment. And we have actually got a Rugby League career mode that myself and George were doing over on that channel not too long ago. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope you did enjoy the commentary. If you did, like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And we will see you all for the